Good morning, this is meteorologist Steve Krasnowski with your weather briefing storm scoop update. It is January 4th, 2021, a Monday, and we'll call this shot after shot. Let's jump right in. Let's start with some news and outlooks. At the culmination of the year, I'd like to throw these things out there. We're talking about the droughts in many of the areas of the United States. Here's the 2020 total precipitation departures from normal. As you can see, definitely was pretty dry in entirely of the Northeast. Pretty good in the Mid-Atlantic and in the South. You remember most of our systems throughout the summer and especially the fall were pushed into this area. Let's look at what the SPC has going on. No thunderstorm forecasted. That's crazy. We've had always seems to have something going on. Here's our morning radar. We have a few showers left. Lots of rain for the Cape this morning. I'm going to talk a little about that in a second. So Cape Cod remains under the influence of an offshore storm. Pretty much all day today, even tomorrow. There was thought that this storm would be a little further west and affect a lot more of the New England coast. However, it's going to be a little quicker, a little less blocking, so it just rides off. It does stick around a little bit, but really only the Cape has to worry about it. This is about 5 o'clock today, shown on our map. For us more locally, the big picture, looking unsettled towards the middle of the month based on the latest weeklies from the Euro. Pattern a bit more favorable for wintry weather in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic with below average temperatures east, a warm west, severe weather possible in the deep south. Diving even further into those weeklies, this is the GFS. The pattern to watch sure becomes ripe for winter weather along the same areas. We'll have to see for the Northeast, looking a little flat right now in the GFS. But again, I still think there are those 3 or 4 storms between now and the 20th of January. So even with the GFS, which has more of a zonal flow, you could still see some possibilities of storms shooting out of this zonal. Let's pop here. This is for the 8th through 15th. This is basically a textbook pattern for an East Coast snowstorm. You have your high pressure locked in place and bringing cold air into the Northeast, and then you have a storm that is here and looks like could ride the coast and bring up some good snows. In fact, if we go analogs, the historical analogs would say a similar pattern. You'll see some of the greatest snowstorms of all time. A little further looking into some of these analogs that I used. If you want to go take a look at those, you can Google that. But it's far from a lock, but climatology and our history, it helps our efforts in ensuring that we have in what we do. Sorry, it's Monday and it's long. Watching a coastal storm on Saturday, still offshore. The ensembles, most of them offshore. There's a few that are bringing them a little closer. What will it do to Northeast? You'll have to stay tuned. But even after that, the Euro has another teaser thrown out there for next Tuesday. The GFS and the Canadian have hints too, so the pattern looks active. So lots happening. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. I'm meteorologist Steve Krasnowski. Have a great day.